Hey everyone, yep, that's right, you've made it to the middle of the week. And for everybody that's working from home right now, I hope you're managing to feel inspired and happy. And if you need a little boost in productivity and endorphins as well, I find that there's nothing better than creating something. So that's what we're doing together this week. It's day 3 of Go InDesign Pro in 5 days, and we're going to start getting creative with our business card design. In this video, you'll pick up some key skills for using fonts and working with typography in your designs. So let's dive in. First up, for this tutorial, you'll need to download a font to use on your cards. So you can find some really wonderful free fonts out there, and this one, which is called Gilroy, is one of my favourites. Gilroy Light and Gilroy Extra Bold are both completely free to download if you head over to the FontSpring website. You can find the link to that below this video. I've also put a link to a video all about formatting text and typography in InDesign, so check that out if you want a bit more in-depth guidance on this. Once you've installed your fonts onto your computer, you're ready to start using them in InDesign. Alright, let's head back to our business card document in InDesign and let's make sure we're working on the top layer, which is called text. And you can lock the layers below and even switch them off if you want to. In fact, that's a pretty good tip for whenever you're working with type, so you can really concentrate on getting that text just looking really on point. So for working with text in InDesign, you're going to have to get very familiar with the type tool, which is over here in the tools panel, and you can just click here or just hit T on your keyboard. Selected, click and drag onto the first page of your document to create a text frame across the centre of the page. Okay, great. Now let's type in the business name. So you can use your own, of course, or you can type in the example that I've got here, which is Squid Ink. For formatting text, we're going to be using the options available to us up in the top controls panel. If you can't see these options, just head up to Window and click Control to bring that all up. So let's highlight the text with the type tool, and from the font menu in the controls panel, choose Gilroy, and from the style menu below that, go for Extra Bold. I want the little ink in the name to be a bit smaller, so for the main name, I'm going to highlight just that on its own and increase the font size to 46 points. Then for ink, a little smaller at 20 points. Highlight all of the text again, and let's set the tracking to 60.60. From the alignment options, let's set the text to align center. Let's make sure the text frame's all looking nicely centered on the page. All right, looking good. Awesome, right, so with our business name done, you can use this as a sort of logo, or if you have your own logo, you can drop a PNG or EPS version of that with no background in there as well using the rectangle frame tool. If you'd like to use the text as a logo instead, I'm going to show you a neat trick for scaling this without losing the proportions that we've created here. So let's select the text frame and edit and copy it. Let's scroll on down to the second page of our document, which is the reverse side of the card, and edit paste. Now let's switch to the free transform tool or hit E on your keyboard. And if you hold down Shift while you click and drag a corner of the frame, you can scale that text frame down perfectly without having to adjust the font sizes manually. So that's a very handy little tool. All right, let's center that towards the top of the page. And the back of your card is a great place to add in some contact details. So type tool again and drag across to create a text frame below the business name. So here you can type in your name, paragraph break, occupation, break, email address, break, and a phone number. And you might want to add an office address around here as well. Highlight the text and let's set the font as before to Gilroy Extra Bold with font size this time of 9 points. Let's increase the leading this time, which is the space between the lines, to a bit more of a generous 13 points. And align center. All right, looking awesome, great job. So that's our little task for today done. So head up to File and Save. And tomorrow we're going to really bring this card to life with some wonderful pops of colour. In the meantime, make sure to check out the typography crash course in the links below. And you might also want to check out our font edits where we've done the hard work for you. We've scoured the internet for the best free fonts around, so make sure to check that out in the links below too. Thanks guys, I'll see you tomorrow for more InDesign fun. So stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you then.